So my introduction to intermediate drilling. Sweep drill, double outside drill, and triple punch drill. That means that the other person is punching more than one time. We're not just learning foundation work, we're learning rhythm and timing and movement. After those three, we do what we call cross block drill. Cross block drill starts out as simple as Huba drill 2 on the inside of the arm. Which means that there's a whole series of drills that aren't being named, right? The lesser known drills. Where I could just do Huba drill 2 and check here. And he does it. So switch your feet, it'll be easier on your head. Parry, cover, check. Parry, cover, check. See, this is sort of like what we did, but not. Because we're facing each other weird. So this gets us used to the idea that the tool doesn't need to have a particular context to be used, right? However, switch feet. So I go 1, 2. But if all I was doing was checking, it wouldn't have its own name. So keep that in mind as we're doing stuff and you look at different drills and go, what was I supposed to learn out of this? It can't be the same thing you learned out of the previous drill, because otherwise I would have just taught it as a variation. I wouldn't have said this is its own thing. We're not checking here. I'm learning to grab and hit here. And whether I hit like a chicken head strike or true back fist or a hammer fist becomes irrelevant to the drill, because he's learning that as he punches, this might come here. Yes? All right. My response is 1, 2. So I'm learning to receive and hit bang, bang every time. Hammer and palm is how I like to do this because it mimics weapon, non-weapon hand for me. Any lefties in the room? I make my left-handed students do it the opposite because it's better for their training. 1, 2, hit. And then I'm going to launch the palm. Alright, so when I do it here, so put up the inside. 1, 2, the back fist. Boom. This hand, this is sensitive hand. He launches the palm, this is called Pretty Girl Looks in Mirror. If I try to push his arm over, I will make space and it will maybe get through somewhere. It probably won't get through its original target, but it'll. If you try to push this over, you're wasting all of your strength. All I need to do is that, because I got to punch. See, it's already aimed over there. This allows him here, this doesn't. So the key to this is me to, I don't lose contact with this, right? So he does it again. Boom, boom. See, I know when I feel this move, I just angle. Yeah? If you get all the way out here, you're out of place to deal with that other one. Not a problem, I'll use this hand. But that's not the drill we're working. Okay? So in the drill we're working, I receive 1, 2, boom, stay stuck to me. Pretty Girl Looks in Mirror. Yep. And then I feed. Let's freeze time for a moment. If I can see this target on this side of your hand, you overcommitted to your block. Because while you're doing that, it only takes for me to step in and we're here, right? And that's you know that placement, okay? So what you want is to let me, right when you get your position, let me just slide. And steel slides, so swords would slide, they wouldn't stick that way. Now when I shoot this in, you're already ready to parry it and you start the drill. Parry, cover, back fist, hit. That's your feed. 1, 2, yeah. Now you can loop it up, right? So, yeah, boom, boom, boom. I know, right when I'm doing this, I know that that's what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at this. I can, that would be a technique extraction and it should involve some sort of body angulation, right? Some sort of subaqueous. From here, I know that this is just playing cover for that one. So I'm like, whatever. I know that that's the one. That's the offending limb. One of my teachers always said that the secondary hand is the primary target in this drill. No matter what I'm doing, you'll see me glaring intensely at your second hand if I'm not already touching it. For me, I'd always turn it into kid language, so I talk to kids all day. So it's, I can't go until I touch them both. Right? So no matter how he punches, if I touch one and then I touch the other, then I can go in. I won't go until I've touched them both. Right? But for the sake of what we're doing, the secondary hand is the primary target. That means when I'm here, yes, I'm hitting him, but I want to know where that hand is. That's part of why I'm hitting him. Okay? He has to deal with me, and when he deals with that, he knows that this is actually the dangerous one. That's why you don't overcommit. All you do is make sure I miss. See, your work's done. I'll slide off the rest and punch. And it's like fencing. You see how the hip goes back? And this could work, but see how the angle off? You'll have my rear if you choose to, right? When he comes in like this, I slightly give back. That way I can keep this line and he slides better. If I had the weapon, the weapon goes straight in, right? But because we're practicing the drill, this comes to here and I just pick up the hand. Right? So I parry on the inside. Parry, cover, back fist, palm strike, feed, parry, back fist, palm strike, feed. From the defender's point of view, I punch, block, slide, and receive. Now, the reason that crossblock drill is different than sweep drill. In sweep drill, if I had a knife, my hands are here, which means it's not very permissible, or at least not very intelligent for me to pick this one up above this one in this way. That's why it comes back out. In crossblock drill, my knife is here, which means I'm not going to bring it down across my line. It's going to come back down this way. So crossblock drill is the empty hand version of me dealing with blocking this with a weapon and striking up top, whether that's a slash, a stab, or a strike, or a strike. So it's all the same to you. You don't care whether I'm doing this, because it's the same block to him. Right? So I'm bang, bang. And what I like to do once we have the choreography down is you just see, can you swipe your fingertips across your partner's face? Because that'll tell them whether their timing's off. Right? My job is not to smash them with this one. This is toss and catch. My job is to see, we're going to play tag from here and see if I can touch him with the fingertips. Yeah? And then I punch, and he goes, toss and catch, and then he tries to touch me from there. And I want to have this down there so that I'm both monitoring this arm with some pressure and totally ready for that one. Does that make sense? Let's try that if we can. Just for a couple minutes, then we'll do the next one. That's called cross block drill, and it's because of the way the stick goes. There's an easier way, like you did it correctly. One. So I'm going to move the and then 1, 2, bang, right? See, this is stuck here. I want to time this all around. That's because he's waiting for me. Don't confuse yourself into thinking I get a flash. You watch that show? See, it's fine. I need to maintain the fact that I'm happy with it, and now I'm in my forearm. So when he hits me, I need to bring that elbow too far. But this is inward block, straight up. But I'm not pushing you, I'm just taking up the space so that you can't resist it. I don't need this, it's already there. That's my one. And I hit. And this is the part that both people learn something out of this drill. Right. So right there. So more elbow, less hand. See? I'm already off. I'm already off target. So no matter how hard I punch from here, you can't be late because you've already gotten there. So there's no need to trail me way over here because now you're occupying center line. I only want center line. I'm fighting you for center line. I'm not fighting you about your hand. I'm fighting you for that. Because this allows me to block that. Now, if I overdo it, I can move up. So you can stay in the drill. The rhythm is more important than the technique, but as you get better at it, you realize that that's actually an error. And that's the right. Yeah? Rhythm. But do a piece of rhythm and then stop, and then do a piece of rhythm. Because doing the whole thing as a one-off makes none of it connected. Right? So I'm coming in on the inside line. You're just going to block. Don't worry about the drill, right? And I'm going, go ahead. Bang, bang. That's what I'm doing. You're learning how to deal with that off of your punch, which is block riding. Now, if he's really good, he's already positioned not to be taken advantage of here. Right? Which means that you didn't overcommit to this. See, I won't have, he's strong still here in the structure, I won't have that. Right? And you'll have me more than I'll have you. So but this is not my third punch. 1, 2, 3, boom, boom. That's only after we catch our rhythm together. This is actually the feed, right? Bang, bang. Because I probably wouldn't stand there and just punch bang. Yes. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whereas the other one was 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The first drill was 1, 2, 3. Sorry? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, right? The next series was 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 2, 3. And they build that way so that there's more